The lien notice landed on my kitchen table exactly 1 hour after I posted the photos online, and my hands were shaking. 3 months earlier, none of this madness would have seemed possible in our quiet Georgia subdivision. My name is Scott, 42, a structural engineer who just wanted a peaceful place to raise my daughter. Deborah Whitfield ran our HOA board like a private kingdom, and everyone on Maple Ridge Court feared her clipboard. It started small. A citation for grass, half an inch too tall. $50, due within 10 days. I laughed it off, paid it, figured that was the price of suburban peace. 2 weeks later, another notice. My mailbox post was the wrong shade of black. I hadn't touched the mailbox in 5 years. "You're new here, Scott," Deborah said sweetly at the mailbox. "So let me explain how things work." Her smile never reached her eyes. I should have noticed that sooner. The fines multiplied like weeds. Trash cans out an hour early. A wind chime violating noise ordinance. My daughter's chalk drawings on the driveway. Twist 1 arrived quietly. I noticed the fines always spiked right after I'd spoken to a neighbor she disliked. Mrs. Alvarez, 2 doors down, warned me over the fence. "She's not enforcing rules, honey. She's settling scores." Deborah had pushed the Alvarez family into a lawsuit last year over a fence 6 inches too tall. I started keeping a folder. Every notice, every timestamp, every photo, filed like evidence in a case I didn't yet know I was building. Then came the letter that changed everything. $5,000 in accumulated violations, payable in 30 days or the HOA would file a lien. Alien. On my house, over grass and a mailbox. "This is how they get you," Mrs. Alvarez said. "Then the interest piles up, then foreclosure." I couldn't sleep that night, staring at my daughter's nightlight, thinking about losing the roof over her head. So I did what any engineer does when panic hits. I got methodical. I filed a public records request for every HOA financial statement from the last 3 years. Twist 2 hit like a freight train. Buried in a spreadsheet was a payment of $18,000 to Whitfield Consulting, LLC. Deborah Whitfield's own company, quietly billing the HOA she chaired for landscaping oversight nobody ever saw performed. My stomach dropped, then something colder replaced the fear, clarity. I brought the documents to Marcus, a friend from church who happened to be a real estate attorney. He read 3 pages, looked up and said, "Scott, this isn't a landscaping dispute. This is embezzlement." We requested an emergency HOA meeting, citing bylaw violations and financial misconduct. Deborah tried to block it, claiming scheduling conflicts, for 6 straight weeks. During that stall, hilariously, her own front yard grew a jungle of dandelions. Nobody dared find the queen. I posted a photo of her weeds next to my citation for half-inch grass, and the neighborhood group chat exploded with laughter. Small victory, but the real fight was still ahead of us. Finally cornered, Deborah scheduled the meeting, but showed up with her own lawyer and a stack of counteraccusations against me. "He's harassing a volunteer board member," she told the room, voice trembling with practiced innocence. That's when Marcus stood up and placed copies of the Whitfield Consulting invoices on every folding chair. Silence fell over the community center like a held breath. Deborah, an elderly resident, asked, "Why does your consulting company get paid what my hip surgery cost?" She stammered about market rates and board-approved contracts nobody could actually locate. Twist 3. Marcus revealed the board vote approving those payments never happened. Her signature was forged on the minutes. Forgery, embezzlement, retaliatory fines used to silence a man who'd stumbled onto her scheme. The county investigator we'd already contacted was sitting quietly in the back row the entire time. Within a week, Deborah was removed from the board by unanimous emergency vote. My lien dissolved and fines refunded with interest. The county filed formal charges for embezzlement and document fraud, and her house went up for sale within the month. I watched from my porch as the moving truck pulled away, and Mrs. Alvarez brought over lemonade like it was a holiday. My daughter drew a new chalk picture on the driveway that afternoon, and for once nobody complained. Justice didn't come from anger. It came from patience, paperwork, and one woman's fatal habit of writing everything down.